हेलो हेलो। शुरू करते हैं आज के मैच। डोकू को तो खिलाना पड़ेगा उसको। हलवर्स कहाँ है? ये वाला सुन अच्छा है। सॉरी। कामर नहीं कर पाएंगे। चलो उसको जरा ब्लॉक कर लेते हैं। ओह अच्छा, बार्सिलोना लिया। अरे यार बार्सिलोना भी था ना, मैं तो भूल ही गया था यार। इस चीज़ को इधर कर लेता हूँ। ठीक है।
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. That's a good foot in there. That is a little undercooked. Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Haaland. That's just playing it safe.
हो सकता था, होगा, चलो. Mamamos.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
First quarter of an hour gone. That's been cut out, well played. No goals as yet. Now it's Neymar, and he's lost his man here.
ये अटकता क्यों है इतना?
Well stopped.
मेरा नेटवर्क
Neymar, well, he was given
तो
the
ऐसा
time
नहीं है,
initially to
इतना भी
hold on to
खराब
the
नहीं है.
ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the
Can he finish?
ओ भाई साहब,
He's
he
done very
saved
well
it.
to get to that.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar goes short. Rodri. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Haaland driving forward. Haaland!
Oof.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Neymar. Well, that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne. He's picked his way through. And he's there to clear it.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is. And it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Bernardo Silva. Now it's Haaland. Works it forward. Stones calmly anticipates. And he's running through. Great ball. Tries a shot.
अरे यार,
There it is.
मैं गलती
Well,
किया
players
दोस्तों.
of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they...
And the shots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. There's the whistle for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
यार
Well, that is not
गंदा
the best
पास.
ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
That is good alertness. Nicely weighted ball. Pedri. And he's had it nicked away. Rodri. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, this looks sharp. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Neymar. Cedric, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
He's through
Beautiful
here.
ball.
He has found the way through. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
Well, they're
Hey,
looking a whole lot
Lord.
more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pedri. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Dani Olmo. That'll be a throw-in. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Barcelona surely have to be commended for
Beautiful
their drive
ball.
and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route.
He's had a shot!
ये भाई साहब.
Deftly away. And it's Kovacic. And he's
क्या ही
managed to
गोल
get
कीपिंग
rid.
कर रहा है.
Well, he's done very well to take that back. De Bruyne. He's tried one! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid build.
चलो दूसरा मैच पे चलते हैं. इस मैच पे मार्मोस को मैच लगाओ. देखो बोलना पड़ेगा. इसको इधर पे लेते हैं. अच्छा. versus Real Madrid.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Such scenes here. A scene of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So it's away we go then. He is through here. And here's Alvarez. Alvarez!
Yeah.
Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And we have our very first corner.
Yeah.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can hurt with their backs to go.
And he was quick to get it clear again.
Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
Oh, that's nice. Cross from Raj'S.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's had it taken off him. And it's De Bruyne. Camavinga. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pinches it off him. He won't be happy with that one. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Eder Militao. Played into space out wide.
Nice block.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Can spring out of defence. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Benzema. Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy!
Nice save. मेरा गलती हो रहा है कोई.
De Bruyne. Raj'S. He's played him through. Away. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Tries to crash through the challenge, but no.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he is going into that little black book. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Mbappe. Camavinga. He could be in here. Mbappe. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures tomorrow, but it remains goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Haaland. Pass is just off target. And he's managed to get rid. Napati is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
क्या हो रहा है ये? अच्छा बॉल था,
Pass is somewhat
निकल
less
नहीं
than
पाया
ideal.
टाइम पे.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Alvarez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they...
And the shots! Yes, it's there!
चलो
What a defender in sight.
एक
He
गोल
had
हो गया.
all the time in the world.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
And it's Benzema. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Now it's Haaland. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there!
ब्यूटीफुल काउंटर.
And this is getting better and better. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's going to be disappointed with that. A lot of space ahead of him. And the shot! Yes! And the lead is 3. It is surely done.
3 गोल मार
It
दिया
has to be said,
कुछ
an
ही मिनटों में.
absolute gift. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Plenty to aim at here. Chance! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Benzema. Eder Militao. De Bruyne. He's got away. And here's Haaland. That has been knocked clear. Modric. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Great work on the overlap. Nice control. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test. It's passed with flying colours. How would you sum it?
अरे तो मैं ये क्यों खेला 50 पॉइंट के लिए, इसको खेलना चाहिए था। ये यार को नहीं खेलेंगे। इसको देंगे मैकलिस्टर को इधर रखते हैं। डिफेंस कुछ लैंडाइक को खेलेंगे। लेग बैक को अटैकिंग मिडफील्ड बर्नार्डो सिल्वा नहीं है, इधर खेलेंगे रैशफोर्ड को खिलाते हैं। चलो अच्छा टीम है इसका। स्टार्ट किया था आप लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देंगे।
Well, this this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so we'll be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes.
आप लोगों का सपोर्ट मुझे मोटिवेट करेगा
This
दोस्तों।
atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Mohamed Salah, he's shifting through the gears here.
ये क्या हो रहा है? एक कैसा बंदा था
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And can he finish it?
लो कर लो बात।
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's through the
बहुत
middle.
बढ़िया बॉल।
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Robson. Casemiro. De Bruyne could move up a gear here, and he's picked out the run. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Casemiro battles from the goal kick. And Dyke spots it and intercepts.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Diaz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Diaby. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Jesus. Oh, important interception. Diaz. He has found a way through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Robson. And the counter is on.
Beautiful ball।
Whatever happens,
यार
that's the kind of
यार
movement which raises hope.
मैं सोचा ही नहीं था ये ऑफसाइड होगा। यार कितना क्या लाख है यार। अरे यार ये बुकायो साका को लोग लेग बैक पे क्यों खिलाता है ये मेरे को समझ नहीं आता। उसको लेग बैक पे खेलना आता था, बट अभी तो मेरे को लगता नहीं उतना इफेक्टिव है। अरे क्या बोलूं, फर्स्ट टाइम मार देने से अच्छा होता।
Deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Robson. Diaby. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
भी यार
Here he goes again.
ये क्या
But he
हो
said
रहा
he
है?
wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Robson. Nice sequence of passes this. He's found some space. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed
Insane
is
interval.
slippery. The defence though able to hold on this time.
ये यार ये बंदा पूरा
It's
पागल।
lifted through here. Diaz proves just a
अच्छा
little bit
बंदा
too
क्यों
strong.
आता है यार वो?
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be.
देख
Just
लो
one goal, and they have it.
क्या
Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
क्या बताऊं मैं?
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So off we go once more.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
De Bruyne. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. That'll be a throw.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was
In with a header!
उफ क्या बॉल था, क्या हेड था.
They have hauled themselves right
वो
back
ने
into
हेड
it.
मारा. वाह,
and it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness
he's
they
a good
must have
striker. He's a
evidently
very
got
very
here.
good striker.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most
हम
of the
लोगों का
credit
और
has
भी
to
गोल
go
है
for
तो
the ball
दोस्तों,
into the box,
हमारा
Peter. Just came in at the
मतलब
perfect time
उसका
and the
गोलकीपर
perfect
कुछ
angle.
खा के आया है आज.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Diaby. Diaby looking to penetrate opposition lines.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Keeper's ball. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Salah. Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's an errant pass. Now it's Haaland. Can he get away here? And Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Haaland is onto this. Haaland!
ओह वाओ क्या सेव है.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And that has been clocked away. Oh, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Diaz, Haaland!
ओह माय
Loose now,
गॉड,
they want to get it back.
एडरसन इज.
He'll try to keep this alive. It's Salah!
अरे यार, और कितना सेव करेगा.
And that has raised the roof.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Liverpool take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Added time is
कोई ना,
up,
नेक्स्ट
and
मैच पे
there
देखते
goes
हैं.
the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty...
सॉरी दोस्तों. इसको इधर करो. राजकोट को खेला था. राजकोट अच्छा लगा. ये वाला मैकलिस्टर मेरे को चाहिए. बहुत बढ़िया मैकलिस्टर है. और ऊपर उधर दो जो मैकलिस्टर है, दो ही बहुत बढ़िया है. बहुत बढ़िया मैकलिस्टर है, दो ही. आप लोग हो सके तो सब्सक्राइब कर
So we
देंगे.
reach a fork in the road.
मोटिवेट हो
Fortunes can
सकूँगा.
turn either
लोगों का
way from
एक
this point.
सब्सक्राइब मेरे को
One
बहुत
path
ही
leads to
मोटिवेट
where
करेगा.
they all want to be,
हो
or at
सके
least
तो
a
सब्सक्राइब
significant
करना,
step closer to
स्ट्रीम
it.
को लाइक करना
What doesn't
और
bear
किसी को
thinking
शेयर
about
करना.
is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now the game
और
itself.
कमेंट भी करो आप लोग, कोई देख रहे हो तो.
As you can see,
बातचीत
we've
करते करते
already
खेलने में
started
भी
here.
मज़ा आएगा.
And here's Mohamed Salah, deep through, and a big chance! And he's done it!
अच्छा
Listen,
अटैक
the
किया.
big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he
यार
won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's intervened well there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And nicely intercepted. Driving forward. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Back it goes. Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
हाँ डिजर्व करता हूँ मैं येलो कार्ड. क्या बताओ अभी।
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Fernando Torres. Doku. Oh, and he's through the middle. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He could be in here. They're urging. Here's the shot! Robson. Diaby. Cucurella. Doku takes control of it and he's on the move. McAllister. He's going for goal! That was
अब ये हो सकता है सब्सक्राइब करना दोस्तों, क्योंकि मुझे अगर सब्सक्राइब से तो मोटिवेशन मिलेगा। और हो सके तो कमेंट भी करो, कुछ बात करते करते भी खेला होगा और मतलब मज़ा आएगा तो खेलने में भी। अगर कोई देख रहे हो तो
Pass was just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. Now the finish! Oh, it's gone in! They have come roaring back!
अच्छा गोल था।
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now. That's just playing it safe and simple. Diaby goes back. He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards. So half time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this.
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, दोस्तों से शेयर करना और स्ट्रीम को लाइक करना प्लीज।
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. That's Owen. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Doku moves wide and looking to get onto this. João Cancelo with the clearance.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
Chance!
नाइस राउंड, ऑप्शन का बहुत अच्छा रन हो रहा है सेंटर में, अटैक से सेंटर में अच्छा खेल रहा है।
Like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash. And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough, and now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
बहुत लेट हुआ, बहुत ही लेट।
Odegaard. McAllister. Crunching tackle.
क्या टैकल किया
It's
हमने।
gone loose. Gabriel herring after the ball here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Odegaard. Now he's had a shot.
बे यार
It's in. Once more they've done it. They just will not
एक
lie
गलती
down.
कर दिया वो वाला पास
This is
लेकर
so
मैं
good.
हट
I
यार।
mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And a trademark move.
अगर
Entering
कोई भी
the
देख रहे हो तो
inevitable
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब
classy
करना,
finish.
Look, if
स्ट्रीम
you
को
want to
लाइक
be
करना
effective
और
on the
दोस्तों
break,
से
then
भी
the
शेयर
key
करना।
element is always
और
pace. That's what
हो
really rips
सके तो
defenses
स्ट्रीम
apart.
कोई
And
देख
it's
रहा है
difficult
तो
to find an
मुझे
answer to it
कमेंट भी
when
करो।
it's applied like that.
बात करते करते खेलेंगे तो मज़ा आएगा। अच्छा लगेगा आप लोगों से बात करने में।
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky
नहीं
one
नहीं
at
यार,
that.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to
अच्छा बोलो।
finishing.
अरे यार
And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Bernardo Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp. That was good pressing. Forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. You can run onto that. And that was very necessary. Diaby. Into the last 5 minutes.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Mohamed Salah. Diaby. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. Has a goal!
ओ भाई साहब वॉटसन क्या ही रन ले रहा है।
That may just do it. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal.
And that is as far as it goes.
हैट्रिक
Perfect
कर लिया।
result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
चलो अभी 1-2 डिवीज़न का मैच खेलते हैं फिर बंद करते हैं स्ट्रीम को। स्ट्रीम से नहीं खेलेंगे। मौखर की फॉर्म में इसको खिलाते हैं जो इसको डिफेंसिव कर देते हैं। चल ठीक है। वाह हालैंड गुटी भी है और इतना खास कुछ नहीं, ठीक है हो जाएगा शायद। चलो देखते हैं।
game is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
आंटी का डिफेंसिव शट बहुत ही बढ़िया है, मतलब क्या ही स्टैट है आंटी का।
Engages and forces him off the ball. It's a good run down the left-hand side. He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's hoisted clear by Leverkusen, leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0.
मतलब क्या हुआ, आप लोग देखे इधर, कोई देख रहे हैं तो ये क्या था ये, मतलब क्या बोलो, मेरा नेट इतना अच्छा, मतलब इतना खराब भी नहीं है।
Raj'S by Leverkusen are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. And the pass is intercepted. Chance to shoot, there's the shot!
अच्छा फिनिश, अच्छा था, अच्छा था। बारकोला अच्छा खेला था।
Just so calm under pressure.
वाला बारकोला यूथ पे भी खेलता है, अच्छा।
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Brazil grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Upamecano makes the interception. That pass has been well intercepted. Conte. Doku. Costa Curta wins the duel this time. Olise. He's found a way through. Into the box. Heads it!
Oh my God.
Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Brazil clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
By Leverkusen, in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. We expected better, and so did he. Olise.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Passing nice and neat. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. By Leverkusen have got it back, and they'll have it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a very watchable football match that has already provided 3 goals, both teams contributing plenty to it. And in terms of scoreline, it is close to being perfectly balanced. The game living up to billing, and plenty of thrills to keep the crowd warm.
देखते हैं अभी क्या होता है।
A quarter of an hour from now, with the scoreline 2-1. And we are up to the break.
तो बारकोला बहुत ही अच्छा खेल रहा है, देख रहा हूँ मैं।
Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one. Just enjoy it.
बहुत बढ़िया फिनिश था, बहुत पॉइंट जो फिनिश किया।
Oh, what a fabulous game this
इसीलिए मैं
is. It
इसको
just
वाइट पे
keeps
खिला
getting
रहा था,
better
मतलब
and better.
थोड़ा बहुत जगह मिलेगा रन
That
लेने
looks
का।
like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash. So all square and not for the first time. Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got
नाइस
two
ब्लॉक।
strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Brazil with the corner. There first. Punched away. Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into
इतना जोर से
areas of
क्रॉस दिया,
possibility.
समझ ही नहीं पाया उसके प्लेयर।
Doku. Haaland. Bayer Leverkusen have clearly
अच्छा बॉल।
reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to
अरे
go on?
यार
Just about up to the hour now. And they're quick to get it back. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Elise. And that could set him on his way.
उससे काउंटर क्या
Face to
किया
face
ये,
and hits. Goal!
नाइस
Brazil!
काउंटर।
And they're back
बाहर
in
को वाला
front.
सेंटर पे इतना अच्छा खेल रहा
That
है
really
कैसे?
is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
मेरा 2 डिफेंसिव
And
मिड
that
है,
means just one thing.
सबको
Match
ऊपर
ball.
क्यों जा रहा है?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
लो कर लो।
Brazil go. He's gone for
ये
goal.
यार ये गोल होता था तो मेरा
Off target.
खत्म था,
Well, he's hit it well enough for me.
खत्म
I
डाटा बाय हो
suppose
जाता।
it
अभी भी
could be
थोड़ा
a
बहुत
deliberate attempt
टाइम
to
है,
just draw that
कमबैक
defence
हो भी
out.
सकता है, कमबैक या ड्रॉ कुछ भी
Haaland.
हो सकता है।
Bayer Leverkusen perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's going to be disappointed with that. Bayer Leverkusen really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. And here's Haaland. Kvaratskhelia did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And that has been clubbed away. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall. Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. De Bruyne.
यार ये वाला बॉल दे सको तो ना।
And he's intervened well there.
बहुत गंदा चल रहा है मेरा टीम ये वाला।
He'll try from distance.
ये गोल हो जाता ना मैं
Oh, that is very close. Elise brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है इधर।
And he's managed to
गंगा
get
को
rid.
क्लियर कर रहा है,
And here's Barcola.
जीत रहा है तो लो क्लियर कर लो।
That looks a cracking ball. Van der Vaart!
यार
And for a moment, time stood still. Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down. A poorly directed kick from the
देख लो।
keeper. He's given it away.
वे
That's
क्या
the end.
छोड़।
Bayer Leverkusen played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective.
जो भी हो आज के लिए बस इतना ही रहता है, इधर ही बंद करते हैं स्ट्रीम को, फिर आएंगे कल और कल खेलेंगे थोड़ा, फिर मिलते हैं थोड़ा कल और नया वीडियो भी मैं छोड़ूंगा। तो अगर कोई देख रहा है तो स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर देना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना और दोस्तों से भी शेयर कर देना। और जल्दी मिलेंगे कल आएंगे जल्दी, तो चलो मिल जाए, ठीक है ना, कल मिलते हैं।